What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. As of the recording of this video, it is Mario Day, March 10th. Playing some Mario games today. I'm going on a Mario marathon. I just recorded I got it right here. The Super Mario 3D World Switch unboxing. That's on the channel. And I got the poster, so it is Mario Day. Got to talk about the godfather of video games, the old plumber, the Italian plumber, right? But we got an important topic to talk about, and this has been another highly requested video. People have been asking me to talk about this, and I've been researching this for a while because we knew about this for a while, but now it's official. If you've been following me on Twitter at SeanMurrayNJ, you know that I was blowing up about this the other day. It's official. Microsoft has bought Bethesda or acquired ZeniMax Studio, right? What does this mean? Woohoo! A lot of questions to be answered. A lot of people are, coming up with an analysis, coming up with a theory. Phil Spencer has said that he is going to have a keynote, a press conference, addressing a lot of questions. They're going to have a conference. And they're going to talk a lot about this new relationship with Bethesda. I congratulated Aaron Greenberg. I congratulated a lot of the team over at Bethesda. I congratulated Phil Spencer. This is an amazing thing, Microsoft is trying to build their brand up, and they are trying to buy all these studios. But this one is a big one because you get, ZeniMax Studio, you get, id Software, Arcane Studios. So this is a big move. But it leaves a lot of questions. It leaves a lot of questions of what's going to happen, And the questions are, naturally, what's going to happen? The big question is this. What's going to happen with Bethesda games on other consoles? Not PC, because PC's tied with Xbox anyway. But as far as console exclusivity, right? What's going to happen? PlayStation owners, I just bought a PS5. Switch owners, I still have a PS4. I still have a Switch. I didn't upgrade yet to a Series X. What about me? People like that don't have all the consoles like people like me. Because I cover all these systems on the channel, even though I had every system before the channel. Because I'm a nut. But that's another story. Can't get into that now. So, what's going to happen with them? All that is not clear yet. However, we're going to read a document that I found on the internet. Direct quotes from Phil Spencer. Even though that's all not exactly clear yet. Here's the thing. There are statements that he made that basically say, we're not messing with the studio. I think they're actually setting up their own workspace studio for them called Vault, where they're going to be able to do their own thing as they've been. Microsoft doesn't want to mess their system up or any of their team. They're going to do their own thing, I guess kind of similar to what they did with Minecraft, with Mahjong. But a little differently, because Phil said that doesn't mean in the future. Now listen, this is what he says. We're going to read it in the article. This is right from his mouth, the big guy, that we are going to have exclusive content for Xbox only and PC. That in the future, I am telling you that warming them up, there is going to be some exclusive titles. Now, most likely I'm thinking new IPs. You have like Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Doom, stuff like that. I'm thinking, might still be multi-platform, as a business standpoint. However, it might be timed exclusive. That's another thing. You're probably going to see a lot of timed exclusives. Microsoft is known to do this. Okay, Sony's done this too, but now with this Bethesda deal, so-and-so's only going to be on Series X for a year before it's on PS5. Very possible. And then new future games that are coming out for Bethesda, Series X PC only. It's going to happen. They're already warming you up. And, there's people saying, well, that's not a good idea from a business standpoint, because you want your game to thrive on multiple platforms to make a lot of money. And this is all very true. But my theory of that is this. Okay? There's two ways. It's a two-sided deal, because with all that being true, and I've stated this before, that I feel that way, you have to have competition in the end. Because there's no reason to own multiple consoles then. But what happens is that when you have everything that's multiple platform, you have no quality, because there's no competition to get better. Because PlayStation has to step it up. PlayStation has to counter this, right? Just like Xbox is trying to counter PlayStation, And that makes the other opponent step it up and want to compete better. So you have a better outcome for the player. Also, it makes Game Pass look even better. Exclusive Bethesda game coming only to Game Pass. Could you imagine? Imagine the sales of Game Pass, and they're already blowing up. So you have to take that into consideration. The other thing is, I just want to point out, this is just a little nitpick, but this is something that I always think of. People always say, oh, Xbox has no games. But when Xbox does something like this, or buys another studio, people fucking flip out. Another thing, it's fine when PlayStation has exclusives, like they never mention, oh, how come it's not on Xbox? They love it when PlayStation mentions their exclusives, but anytime Xbox has an exclusive, journalists and people flip out. I don't understand why it's not on multiple platforms. Why do we have Xbox exclusives? Then they go and they write their journalist for their next article, Xbox has no games. What's Xbox doing? Like, I don't understand that. Like, what is wrong with you idiots? They call themselves journalists in the mainstream media. It's always a problem when Xbox has an exclusive, but it's fine when Sony does it, or Nintendo. It's like, okay. So, yeah. But Microsoft gets the stab when they do their own thing. But Microsoft has no games. But when they try to do shit like this, they get rammed for it. But it's fine when any other platform system does it. So whatever, good for Microsoft. And I'm not really a fan, to be honest, of the timed exclusives. They did this with Titanfall. People complained. Oh my God, Titanfall's an Xbox exclusive. I remember. Whoa, what about us? What about you? Xbox players don't have God of War. They're not complaining. I mean, they are, but what are they going to do about it? So when Titanfall 2 came out, it eventually went on PlayStation. It was like, what was it? The timed exclusive, right? Well, Microsoft's got to keep their exclusives. That's how Microsoft's going to compete with Sony. And let me tell you something. It'll suck for Sony. Hey, listen. People that have a PlayStation can't play Mario Brothers. They can't play Zelda. This is why you have multiple systems. And this is what makes them better and compete with each other. This is common knowledge. So that's my whole thought of that. But let's go with the facts. Let's find out what is stated so far that we know. Let's go right to Phil himself and find this article here that I found. Microsoft, from Game Industry Biz, Microsoft confirms some future Bethesda games will be Xbox PC exclusive. An acquisition of ZeniMax Media closes Microsoft's Phil Spencer offers clarity on multi-platform future of Bethesda games. Let's go right in here. Completed as a $7.5 billion acquisition of ZeniMax Studio, the parent company of Bethesda Softworks. And Xbox boss Phil Spencer has confirmed that some future games from Bethesda will be exclusive to Xbox PC. Now, this is quote, now that everything is official, we can begin working together to deliver more great games to everyone. This is the next step in building an industry-leading first-party studio team, a commitment we have to the our Xbox community. With the addition of the Bethesda creative teams, gamers should know that Xbox consoles, PC, and Game Pass will be the best place to experience new Bethesda games, including some new titles in the future, very key quote here, that will be exclusive to Xbox and PC players. With ZeniMax Media now part of Xbox, Microsoft has increased its, this is very key, first-party development resources significantly from 15 studios that now automatically jumped to 23. Because it includes leading names like Bethesda Game Studios, Arcane Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, and ZeniMax Online Studios. Despite a relatively thin release slate for its new console, Xbox has already confirmed that the timed PS5 exclusivity deals for Arcane's Deathloop and Tango's Ghostwire Tokyo will go ahead as planned. Remember, Bethesda, Microsoft said they won't mess with anything that's already in place. But you could bet your boots, you could bet your buttons that stuff in the future will change. So, that's just, common knowledge. I mean, that's the whole point of this exclusivity deal. I think it's great. I think it's great for Microsoft and Bethesda, and I do think you're going to get quality games, and I think it's great for Series X. I think it's fantastic for the new console. It's got to increase sales. It has to. It's just logical thinking. I can't wait. What do you guys think of this deal? This merging of two giants? Xbox getting another, studio under their belt, and the future of what else Xbox could acquire and do the same thing to. It's like a takeover. And what do you think Sony's counter will be? It's been back and forth with these studios. I can't wait to see what's next for both guys. Take care. Leave some comments. I want to hear from you. Murray out.